We must attend to the cries of communities for justice. Osibajo spits fire. We must resist any attempt to destroy the unity of this country. Our people have lived and worked together for decades, even centuries. Why we must attend to the cries of communities and the cries of our people for justice, equity, and fairness. We can do so within this same union. Ultimately, we are strongly together than apart. These are the words of Vice President Yemi Osibajo, senior advocate of Nigerian Sun, while addressing our nation's challenges of insecurity and criminality in Ikenne, Ogun State, where he participated in the ongoing APC membership and revalidation exercise. According to him, despite the security challenges, the values of justice, equity, and fairness across communities nationwide can be addressed within the Nigerian Union. Thank you for listening to this news. Okay? Yeah, it is a necessity. You understand? It is a necessity and it is mandatory and important. But the truth is that those in affairs, those on top, those in charge of power, I'm talking about the president, Yemi Osibajo, the ministers, the commissioners, the House of Representatives. Are they ready to do that? Are they set? If Yemi Osibajo, is set to pursue that, they themselves are they ready to do that? They made a series of promises. Even the just retired chief of army staff Tukur Buratai also made a promise. He said the time has come to end. He said Boko people will be pushed to shame this year. Then Buhari on his own side apologized for his lapses and inability to meet up as promised. That this year is going to be different from last year. So many of them made lots of promises, but we have not seen any of those promises uh, coming into achievement. And if you try to talk, they will tell you that the year is still very fresh. The year is still very young. We have just begun the year. And that is what they made us to believe when President Muhammad Buhari came into power. They made us to believe that we should hold our cool and calm because Buhari just came into power. That it's just 1 year. That he is still working towards the betterment of Nigeria and all of that. You see, that is the promise they made to us. That is what they made us to believe. And we are just watching. So, what is happening now? What is happening now? What are we to say about it? Yeah, what are we to say about it? So that is why I, for one, will say that that these people are not ready. See how you listed it: insecurity, injustice, and what have you. The injustice part of it is even the one that is taking the lead. This administration has practiced lots of injustice, sir. Sorry to say. Yes, lot of injustice. Is it not in the constitution that Nigerians should be allowed to express themselves? in either protests or through writings. But many Nigerians will come outside to protest. They will go after them. They will send DSS for them. They will challenge them. They will send soldiers after them. And they say we are out to fight injustice. Injustice is committed on daily basis in this administration. And that is why the quest for Biafran freedom is highly amplified this year. This year. Is it not ending of last year that Eastern Security Network came out? If there is peace, if the communities and states are secured, what will prompt Nnamdi Kanu to bother himself bringing out Eastern Security Network? It was as a result of the inability of our government, federal government and state government to protect the people, and the too many killings of the Igbos that prompted Nnamdi Kanu to make that move. Because he's also an Igbo. He feels it, it touches him to see his people die like chickens. You understand? So that is just a reality, sir. It may be in your mind to see that the right thing is done, but to these people, I don't think so. I don't think so. They are very bad people. Very, very bad people. You see that? So that is life for you, sir. The one thing about Nigerian is, if you cannot beat them, you join them. That is what they used to make us to believe. That's what they used to make us to believe. And it's quite unfortunate that we never bargained for that. We never bargained for that. What we bargained for is not what is being done to us. Instead, they kept giving us the unnecessary. Why? And when you try to speak to the president about it, he will frown at it. Well, that's that. By the way, my viewers, are you new in this channel? If you're new, deem it fit to locate the red subscribe button. Strike on it to subscribe so that each time I upload any new videos, you will definitely be updated. Thank you.